Good morning or good afternoon, depending on where you're located. My name is Christine Rutner, and I'm part of the Lightspeed marketing team. And I'd like to welcome you today to our Click to Pay personalized payment webinar with our partner Skipify. You can go to the next slide. Just a couple of housekeeping items. Just wanted to let everyone know the webinar is being recorded. A recording will be made available on demand within the next couple of days. We are going to have a few polling questions, so we'd love to have your participation in that. But if you additionally have any questions for us, please use the Q&A function at the bottom of the screen, and we will try to get to as many questions as we can live during our presentation. So I just want to kick it off with our first polling question. Are you currently collecting payments electronically? Give everyone a little time to jump in and respond. All right. Looks like we've got a couple of responses still coming in. Okay, so the results are in. Looks like 62% are saying yes, with 38% saying no. Next question. Are you currently collecting electronic payments for service or parts? Again, we'll give people a couple of seconds here to chime in with their answers. Awesome. Thank you for those that participated, and I'll highlight the results here for you to see. Awesome. I'd like to turn it over to Karen with Skipify to go through the Click to Pay solution.
Hi, amazing. I'm so happy to be here. I lead customer experience at Skipify, and we are super excited to be part of the Canada launch with our partnership with Lightspeed. We've seen a lot of great results with the US dealers and are super excited to get this rolled out to Canada. We have heard the demand from the Canadian dealers, and the day has finally come, right? So I'm going to take you guys through basically what Click to Pay is from a product perspective, and also highlight what the dealer and shopper experience looks like. Okay, so Click to Pay is basically a identity-centric modern solution. And what that means is that we're able to surface real-time and updated payment methods for shoppers after they've seamlessly and securely authenticated themselves, right? So once we've identified who the shopper is, we're able to say, hey, here are all the payment methods we found in the network, which essentially means they can check out ASAP, which means transactions being processed for the dealers and GMV rolling in. It's designed to be a very simple and sleek surface, again, to really accelerate the checkout and convert these transactions into Canadian dollars for dealers. And if we go to the next slide, I can talk through what the shopper experience looks like. So, oh, one back. Yeah, perfect. So dealers can basically create a link. They can send this link through multiple channels. It's very flexible from both the dealer as well as shopper perspective, right? Shoppers will basically get a one-time OTP code sent to their device. And once they've successfully authenticated that this is who they are, we are basically able to pull up all of the payment methods in the network, or payment methods that they may have saved from prior sessions, right? And you can see that in this third tile, it's very simple, right? They basically can select a payment method, hit pay now, so that transactions are being processed very quickly. Um, Shoppers don't need to opt in order to use Skipify, so it's super flexible from this perspective. They have the option to, manually add a card if they would choose to, and still complete the process to check out. And if we go to the next slide, oh, John, this is new, and then we'll chat through impacts next.
Okay, awesome. Thanks so much, Karen. Like Karen was saying, we're really excited to offer this solution for the Canadian market. We've as I'm sure a lot of you already have the integration with the WorldPay credit card, and if you do have that, this is a really seamless setup. Once you have that going, it's you can easily take payments throughout the system. After we go through this a little bit, I'm going to go through the Lightspeed system as well, show you how we can take those payments and how easy it is to set up, and then how easy it is to look up some of those transactions as well once you've made them. So just as a quick introduction, I'm John McFarland. I'm the product manager for the Lightspeed side of things, and been working with Skipify throughout the process and rolling this whole thing out. And those dealers that are utilizing the click to pay process have commented how much easier it is to use, how nice it is to not have to call somebody over the phone, worry about security, taking a credit card on over the phone. If a repair order in particular, you can quickly and easily send off just a quick link to somebody. They can pay it. It records it all in Lightspeed. We have it in service, sales, accounts receivable, and rental. Parts is coming. We don't have a date for that yet, but the parts side of things does not have the click to pay at this point, but it is something that we'll go through. Also, reporting. We do have the ability to report easily and quickly on the type of click to pay payments, whether they processed, whether they're still outstanding. We can use text or email, and we can really quickly check the status as well on some of those things. So I'll show you after this slide. We'll go ahead and I'm going to share my screen so we can get the Lightspeed going for you. Okay, here we go. So on the Lightspeed side of things, we've got, just to show you how easy it is to set up. You won't be involved in this. We'll of course help you with the setup as well, but just to kind of give you a quick idea. If I look at my Lightspeed preferences, I come into my credit card. We have a click to pay setup down here, and you'll notice that we have this is your WorldPay setup, and we have a click to pay. It's as easy as you say, hey, click to pay Skipify. I'm interested in generating my, getting going and processing on Lightspeed. They'll say, okay, you're a WorldPay dealer. Great. Here's your credentials. We'll get that thrown in here, and great, you're ready to start rolling with your transactions there. So once you have that portion set up, let me show you how easy it is to send off some transactions here. So I'm in my repair order list here. I'll go into a random repair order here. Okay. We've got, oops, that one doesn't actually have an amount due. Sorry, I went to the wrong one there. This one right here, for example, I'm going to go ahead and send off an email here. Okay. I send my email off, send it to myself here. Okay. I have got this little button right here for click to pay. I click on click to pay. It adds a link at the bottom of my screen. I send the message off. And that's the extent of it. If I go and look at if we go look at my deposits tab on my repair order, I can say, hey, on 7/10, I sent off this particular one here. And so then I can go back and check different options there on the sending. So If I go to one here, sorry, this one was not refreshed, so go ahead and close this particular one out. We can come down here to the other, another item here. Go to this repair order. Okay. In this case, I want to send off a text. So I'll go ahead and send my text. Customer's default number will be there, but I don't want to send it to a random person. So I'll go ahead and include my click to pay link there. And as Karen was showing before, the screen, this will go right to their phone, of course. They'll be able to see the link, be able to click right on the link and pay your pay that invoice right there. So there we go. I've sent it off. I come to my deposits tab. I say, all right, here on 7/15, I've got $155 link sent off. If for whatever reason I decide to cancel that, once the item is cashiered in from your system, this outstanding link will no longer be active. So once uh, you know, obviously you're assuming that once they've already paid for things, then there's no need to have that link active. So that'll actually go away from the deposit screen. But I can cancel this payment request. I can check for the payment there. Um, Another thing I can do is if I look at my system alerts for Lightspeed, anytime a click to pay payment is received for either repair order, sales deal, reservation, or AR customer, I can get notified. I can get notified with our little pop-up button down Lightspeed. I can get notified via email or notified via text. So not only when you're sending off the payments, but when you're actually receiving them, you'll have a quick way to be notified of those payments within Lightspeed. One more item. If I go to my click to pay transactions, I've got a menu button right here under system lists and then called click to pay transactions. I can click on this and see all of the transactions, all the click to pay items I've sent off along with their current status. And so I can see, well, whether it's open, whether it's been paid, whether it's been canceled, and then quickly view where that is and what document number associated with it. So the one I just sent off from the repair order side of things, I had repair order 300605. I was receiving that right column. It was for $155.89, and that status is still, the state is open. Once that customer pays, the status will automatically change along with the customer pay as well. So that's on the service side of things. It's very similar throughout the rest of the system. Not going to go into detail and to each of the areas, but also on the sales deal, it's nice as well. We can come in to a sales deal. We can come in here and choose. Well, let's choose somebody down here. So we can say, well, they call the dealership and say, hey, I'm looking to put $1,000 on this unit because I want to hold it, rather than saying, okay, sir, can I get your credit card number, take the deposit? We'll say, all right, here we go. Let's get $1,000, put $1,000 in my additional deposit screen, come right up. Would you like to be texted or email it? Well, here we go. We have an option. Go ahead and send an email because I'd like to see the details on it. Sorry, just fill this in. So I can quickly send off an email. Okay, send my link. There we go. Includes, as you notice down below as well, it includes a copy of the buyer's order. I can simply send this message off. And there we go. We've sent off the email as well. Now let's take a look at one of the emails real quick, just so you can see how those are generated. It'll be very similar on the text screen as well, but if we take a look at an email right here. So this is what they'd receive. They have the link down below. You can choose click to pay right there. They'll take you to the link. Also includes a copy of the documentation that this is associated with, and they can just click right here, and it'll take you right to the payment screen, and you can pay from directly within within that payment link. So, okay. And let me share that as well real quick. Sorry about that. Keep having to reshare a couple items. But documents. There we go. Sorry, just really quickly getting the share up. Oh, there we go. I'll take them to this screen. They can put in their, if they had already paid, they'll be able to do a quick login. But so they don't have to log in every time because it'll recognize their phone number or their email. So I type in my phone number. Had it already been recognized, it'll pop right up. Go ahead and do this. Put in my card information again. If you have, as you see the box down here, save my details for future checkout. If they've already checked out previously and they've saved their card information, everything will be populated. They'll be able to choose that saved card, and you can just process it. Once it's processed, goes right over to Lightspeed, and you're good to go there. So either via text or via email, you'll get the same type of option. Just a mobile experience versus a desktop experience. So that is a quick overview of the service and sales side of things for Click to Pay. Again, we have this also on the receivables and the rental side of things, and future coming up is very soon will be the parts side of things as well. So very simple to use, very user friendly, and of course much easier on security side of things as well when you rather than taking a card over the phone or previous ways of handling it. So. All right, let's go back to our slideshow. Okay, I think we might have. Do we have another poll question, or should I head on to the next?
Yeah,
Screen,
let's do one more polling question.
Mm.
Let me pop that up. What type of electronic payments are you currently collecting? So are you collecting parts, service, sales, other? You can check all that apply. Looks like the majority are right now are in service. Right. So yes, service, parts, sales, and then other came in 4th place. And then we'll do one additional question. What do you find most appealing about our new Canadian Click to Pay release? Is it faster payment collections, improved customer experience, flexible across channels, right? So the ability to send via text, email, or other. Awesome. So it looks like a lot of folks are, around faster payment collection, right? That's always the ease of the customer experience.
Great.
We do have a couple of questions that have come in. I think one of them would be good to go through now because it's very relative. So one of the questions was, do you have to subscribe to Lightspeed texting to make this happen? Or could you use another texting partner such as Connect? Can the Click to Pay link be copied and pasted? And I think this was a great question, Chad, that's worth sharing with everyone. And the answer to that is yes. The Click to Pay link can be copied and pasted, and it is a unique link for that particular invoice or order. And so you can share that link in whatever platform you have or that you're currently using in your dealership.
Right. The only the advantage, of course, of having the Lightspeed texting is as you when you click on the send text, the Lightspeed box would pop right up along with that. You wouldn't have to copy anything over to a third party texting service. But yeah, like as Christine said, yep, would be transportable to if you do a copy and paste. So
Okay, I think we can go on and then we can tackle the other questions at the end.
alrighty. Also, we're just so you're aware, those that stay through the end of the webinar, we'll choose a random attendee and send some Lightspeed, piece of Lightspeed swag over for yourself or somebody at your dealership. So some good incentive to either ask questions or or continue watching the webinar. So all right. All right.
All
And
right, amazing.
Karen, back to Karen on this item here.
Amazing. Yeah, so I wanted to chat through some of the results that we've seen with the Lightspeed dealers that are using Click to Pay, right? So we have over 1,000 dealers actively using Click to Pay. They're sending the links every month. This is like really great where we see very consistent trends with the number of dealers increasing per month as well. So that's really great to see. I think what's super interesting is that because we're able to increase checkout conversion, meaning that, right, when a shopper opens that click to pay link, and as they flow all the way through to hitting pay now, we're basically able to increase that by over 6%, right? And what that means is actually that translates to an 8% GMV uplift, which I think is super cool, right? Just by using the click to pay experience, shoppers are actually transacting, right? Dealers are actually getting, service and parts orders paid. And this is just without really having to, do any like extra work or configure other things in platforms. Additionally, we do see very high authorization rates. So on average, it's 97% authorization, meaning that, right, for all the transactions that are submitted, 97% of these are successful, which is great, right? Avoiding declines. Declines also mean then, maybe having to reach back out to consumers, which, can then result in transactions falling through. The other interesting thing based on the data we've seen is, for the shoppers that do get recognized in our network, where we're able to present, the card automatically for them in the click to pay experience, those authorization rates are actually 99%, right? Which is, I think, just amazing, right? That's pretty much almost guaranteed money flowing to the dealers. And lastly, as you guys have mentioned, I was very happy to see that in the polling. To actually complete a click to pay transaction is very fast. It really just takes less than 5 seconds throughout that whole flow that we had shown on the screens before. And for any returning shopper, right, for ones that maybe have, saved cards or were able to basically present the cards automatically, really that experience is even faster for them, right? So they're pretty much opening up the link, right, going through that process and hitting pay in like under like 5 seconds. So that's also a very important metric that we hear from shoppers, dealers, and Lightspeed, and we're happy to see that transpire through the results. I'll hand it back over to you, John.
Yep. Awesome. Thanks so much. We've so that covers the information overview there as well. There has been, a few questions that on the Lightspeed side of things as well. Well, only the person that sends out the payment request be getting notified of payment. It'll actually look at whatever communication template you have set up, or whichever group you happen to be logged in as. If you can set this up for each individual person that logs in, so that will save based on their profile. But yeah, there is a way to notify more than just the person who's sending out the payment link. Yes, for sure. Also, it is not available currently for parts. We're hoping to have that in the second half of 2025, so more towards the end of the year. Fee associated with click to pay. Karen, maybe you want to answer that. On the Lightspeed side, there's no additional charge. The click to pay side, there is a very small additional fee. I know the fee itself for the credit card is charged as a card not present transaction, but as far as other fees, Karen, maybe you wanted to if you wanted to chime in on that, if there's
Yeah, there's basically a very small like monthly fee, 14.95, and then the BIPs and flat fee component. So you're essentially only paying if it's a successful transaction. And I'll paste the fee in the Q&A so that it's logged as well.
great. Also, does the payment automatically get applied to the invoice or the AR account? It does, yes. It'll automatically get applied to the proper payment in the AR side of things as well. Maybe I didn't show that, but this will be really quick. I can show you how it's kind of cool in AR. For those of you that send out statements, let me go ahead and show you really quickly here. Sorry, yeah, if we go to um, send out AR statements, I'm just going to generate. You've got this new column here that you might see is a little click to pay. So normally you just send out the sometimes you print, sometimes you email, but here if you send out this, check this box and then go ahead and generate the statements, that'll automatically email the statements out to the individuals, and when they do pay, yes, they'll take the credit against their account and go through and apply that. So I just wanted to show off the quickly how nice and easy it is if you are generating AR statements and sending those off. How nice it is to have the click to pay there as well. So let's see, any other questions? We'll have to check the fee for click to pay is in Canadian or American dollars.
Oh, that will be, so the fee that I'm gonna paste in the chat will be in USD.
Yeah. Okay, good questions, everyone. And to answer, yeah, this is available now. So all these, except for the parts side of things we talked about, yes, all this is available right now. So you'll be able to use this whenever you like, as long as you're using the WorldPay credit card transactions.
So one more
Well,
additional question popped up. If a customer ignores and pays inside the dealership, what happens?
so what happens there is the link would still be active. However, when the item is closed out or cashiered, for let's say the repair orders cashiered, the sales deal is finalized, that as soon as that happens, that pay link will deactivate. And if they tried to go out and pay, that they wouldn't be able to, because it would see it's associated with a finalized deal. If they came in and put a deposit down, and the item were still open, then yes, that pay link would still be active. So in theory, they could go in and pay it again. But once the deal is finalized in Lightspeed, or once the transaction is finalized in Lightspeed, it goes away from there. So yes, there's a question about the account that click to pay payments go to. We have a separate setup for determining which click to pay items. So you can specify a separate account for the click to pay transactions to go versus the standard credit card transactions. So okay.
We do have one more polling question that I'd like to launch. So what would make pay by link a no-brainer for your dealership to adopt tomorrow? So if you're currently not using the click to pay solution, what would entice you to utilize that solution in your dealership? Additional features like surcharge, split payment, and others, proven impact on faster payment collection, ability to send links via text or email in a matter of seconds, or other. And if those that have answered other, if you wouldn't mind just elaborating a little bit in the Q&A section, that would be super helpful to us. We'll close this poll in just a couple of seconds. We still have a couple of people putting in their answers. Okay, I think we've got it. I selected other because we really need this for part invoices. Okay, so it's coming, Ryan.
I hear you. Yep.
It's coming. Other because you have to use WorldPay.
Is that I'm guessing somebody who uses a separate processor apart from WorldPay, right? Yep. So yep, it is. Yeah, it is currently just yeah, with the WorldPay integration. So yeah. All right. Well, I think that's probably about it. Great questions. I'm glad. Hopefully, you can take advantage of this new functionality for your dealership. And I know that, as Karen was showing, the those that are using it are utilizing it a lot and more frequently every month, and had noticed a big difference. And for those that are waiting for parts, we will definitely keep you updated, and that is on our roadmap as well to get the parts availability on Click to Pay. So, um, you know, the main the main area we wanted to start with was based on our feedback was repair order was the most frequently used, so we started kind of there and branched off into a couple other areas. So, but yep, parts is coming, and we'll continue with ongoing enhancements and make the product better as well as we go along.
Awesome. And then
Yeah.
just our final question that I'd like to just launch, would you like to receive a personalized demo? Very easy, yes, no. Additionally, I'd like the team to just pop up our contact information. So if you have any questions or need any additional information, feel free to reach out to us. And then, like John said, keep an eye out for our monthly Lightspeed tune-ups. If you haven't subscribed to those, you can do that on our website. But that is a once a month newsletter that comes out that's everything Lightspeed, right? So all of the new integrations, all of the new feature enhancements are discussed in there. And so it's a nice concise location to find out everything that's happening with the Lightspeed DMS. Okay, so those of you that answered yes to that question, we will get somebody to reach out to you. So thank you very much for that.
All right. Well, if there's nothing else, I guess we'll wrap it up and just thank you everyone for your questions and participation, and look forward to having you take advantage of the Click to Pay integration as well.
Thank you all. Have a great day.